We are 8 days away from Clash of Champions, and guess what? Was this show good? Did the bloodline implode like we predicted? Well, it kinda got a bit worse for the Usos, while Solo Sikoa kind of brushed off a wee shoulder tap for Roman Reigns as if Solo Sikoa is the actual tribal chief. I don't know why Roman Reigns went into panic mode when he touched Solo Sikoa, but you know, let's dive into the show, break it down, we kick off. Dun, 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 dun. Roman Reigns, we get him 2 weeks in a row. Will he be on next week's show? I'm not convinced. Apparently, next week's show's actually going to be... I think it actually might get taped after this, because they're going to Saudi Arabia on the Saturday, so that might happen. Or we're going to get a SmackDown that's literally devoid of anybody who's actually... Because if you're on Saudi, you won't be on SmackDown next week unless they tape it, is probably the film. And if that's the case, there's a lot of people that could be on SmackDown next week that absolutely suck. Not that there was a lot of people on it that were good this week, but we see Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns and Owens and Zayn come face to face. Zayn says he's been waiting for this moment to be in the ring with Roman. It's the first time since Montreal. It's the first time since the Elimination Chamber. And he says he had so much things to say to Roman, but now the fact that he's in the ring with him, he's got nothing to say to him. And that's... Is that really it? Is that it? Like, is that our whack? This is supposed to be like a big, massive deal, this feud. And he's just kind of went, well, I've got nothing really to say to you, Roman. But apart from, you've had the silver spoon in your mouth your entire life. And now, after holding these belts hostage for 1,000 days, you want to come after our belts. And, I mean, I get where Sami Zayn's going from with that. But, let's be real. I think there's no chance Owens and Zayn are going to be able to keep these titles. Because Reigns... The fact they actually hyped up as well tonight that not next week, the week after is going to be the 1,000-day celebration of Roman Reigns' title reign. They're not going to have him lose. There's no way, even in a tag team match, is Roman Reigns losing, because it would make no sense. So it's going to be Roman 4 belts, or maybe 6. Maybe he's going to carry 3 on each arm. But to me, this segment for Sami Zayn, I'm glad it was him speaking, because Kevin Owens as a face does not do it for me. But Roman Reigns grabs the mic and says his life's been fantastic, but there's only one blemish on his life, and it's actually the fact that he decided to he opened the door for the bloodline to let Sami Zayn in, and he says it makes his skin crawl ever since that betrayal at the Royal Rumble. And as we think that Sami Zayn has completely got under Roman Reigns' skin, the Usos come out, they start battering Owens and Zayn, super kicks brawling on the outside, and Reigns is like, no! I didn't want this. I didn't want you guys to come out. And he's like having like a hissy fit here. And as he like gets really, really angry, he walks away. And then he like shoulder barges into Solo Sikoa, who he like then looks at like with a pretty like scared reaction on his face. He's like, I get it. Solo Sikoa is the enforcer. But why is the guy who's got the 1,000-day title reign like pretending to be like such a shite bag and scared of the youngest brother or the youngest guy in the ring? Like, I get it, like, they want to push Solo Sikoa, but what, at the sake of scaring Roman Reigns? I don't know. I don't really think that's the best way to go about it. Then we get backstage and he sits them down, he berates them, he says, forget all this twin stuff, we're a family, we're a bloodline, and you guys are keep on disappointing me, man. You disappoint the tribal chief. So much so that I have to intervene and go after titles. Pretty much you could say that I have to go after these titles I don't even want because you guys can't get the job done. Which is fair enough. We then have Pretty Deadly taking on the Brawling Brutes. And thank God Pretty Deadly win. These Brawling Brutes, Pete Dunne, Butch, Ridge Holland, the Job Squad, we've got Sheamus on commentary. Pretty Deadly should be pushed because, you know what, they're actually a bit entertaining. These Brawling Brutes... Oh my God, man, what is the obsession with these guys? I don't get it. Sheamus is like 46. I think it's time to call it a day and just bin this faction because they're like just so boring. You look at these three, you look at Imperium. Is there like a charismatic bone in their body? I mean, I don't think Sheamus is that bad, but see at the age of 46, I think he should be leaving WWE. He just seems like a guy that AEW would hire and he would be on AEW Dark within like a week, 2 weeks. I'm just not a fan. I'm a fan of Pretty Deadly winning this matchup, but as for the Brawling Brutes, honestly, I just do not rate them any bit. But we have Selena Vega taking on Asuka, and damn, you want to talk about bad? Well, this is bad. You know what? I don't know what it is, but I've had enough. See, Asuka's gimmick, whether it's heel or face, is spitting mist. And she could look at Tajiri, man, and learn a few things, because Tajiri was brilliant. It wasn't just... Tajiri did spit the mist, but see when he was a heel, like, he was a fucking good heel. But see Asuka, it's awful. So she beats Selena Vega, so it looks like Selena Vega, after getting her push at Backlash in Puerto Rico, is definitely already went down the pecking order. Defeats her with the armbar. She's no letting go. Bianca Belair's music hits. She's running at like 1 mile an hour. Just looks like an out of shape mess. Flies in the ring, and then like, so they're trying to give you the fact that like, oh, she's maybe broken a bone in Selena Vega's arm. She's dislocated the arm, and here we are with Bianca Belair touching and grabbing Selena Vega's arm, who's like just rolling about, holding the arm, not really selling the fact that she's touching it. What the fuck is going on here? See when like Triple H or Shawn Michaels got their arm broke by Brock Lesnar, did the other one come down and start fucking bending their arm in all these different like, positions? No, they didn't, because they know how to sell. Belair then tries to grab Asuka as she tries to enter the ring, and then Asuka spits the mist. But it doesn't really, like, half of it ends up in Belair, but half of it doesn't, and then Belair doesn't really sell it. So hold on. On last week's SmackDown, she completely sells the mist like it's hydrochloric acid. And here we are, and she's not selling the mist this week, even though it's half. You can't just half sell stuff. It needs to be either like, I mean, I get it, she's not going to sell it to the extent of last week because there's not as much on her, but she literally doesn't sell this and just looks at her. So last week you had you screaming, court it backstage, had to get medical attention, but this week it's alright. This week it's alright. We're safe. There's no much miss. But and also this is all Asuka's got. Asuka absolutely sucks, man. And you know what? 10 reasons why Asuka sucks could be coming very, very soon. Anyway, moving on, and up next we have the Grayson Waller effect, and pretty much this entire segment is Grayson Waller. Like, he just seems very like much of a face here. He's like kissing the ass of AJ Styles, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, if they like turned him face, if they watered down this character, and to be honest, I think they still have watered down the Grayson Waller character. Grayson Waller says he can't wait though till the match happens between AJ Styles and Seth Rollins, and then the announcer will announce a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth frickin' Rollins, to which AJ Styles and him stand up and square off because, of course, he's just said that. So, yeah, looking what's going on here, man. I think Rollins and AJ Styles would be a good match. Styles points on the fact that Rollins has been at like a movie set this week, but who really knows what's going to happen here. Then we get like a promo package for Becky Lynch. Who cares? Then we have LA Knight and Rick Boogs being defeated by the Street Profits. I exactly predict this, and I said Rick Boogs had to take the pin. LA Knight then cuts a promo backstage saying that Rick Boogs lost. He didn't lose, which is obviously very true, but at the same time, LA Knight, like, why is he even here? Why is he even tag teaming with Rick Boogs? He should be feuding with somebody. Maybe could we not get LA Knight against Grayson Waller as a feud? Because, I mean, they're not really doing anything. So, I don't understand why this is going on, but to be honest, we have Cameron Grimes up next, and he basically says he did never think that he'd be in the history books for like one of the quickest victories ever on like SmackDown, and says that he's aiming for the moon with his wee country accent. So there you have it, troops. Cameron Grimes thinks he's the fucking Rock, and yeah, May 19th, brother. We have Alba Fire and Isla Dawn saying that we plan to scorch the earth. We plan to scorch SmackDown. And William Wallace, Scooby-Doo. Come on, what the fuck? I mean, you'd actually think I'd be a fan of the Scottish people, but I'm not. See the Scottish people that wrestle, they're fucking, most of them are shite. And you shouldn't be saying that about your own country. Men and women, but they are. And then like they defeat two jobbers, enhancement talent, right? And what the funny thing is, they all four look like enhancement talent. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn don't look anything special. But anyway, I digress. We then have Raquel Rodriguez backstage. Obviously, Liv Morgan, they've had to give up the belts because of Liv Morgan's injury. And then Damage Control come along. Well, I say Damage Control. It's Bayley and Io Sky saying about Dakota Kai being injured. Oh, you're not getting any sympathy for us. How about you find a tag team partner and next week you take on Damage Control? But then Io Sky's like, what? No, I didn't agree to this. And no, but the marks were, this is good storytelling, this is good storytelling, Isle Sky showing discontent. Fucking spastics. What happened to good storylines rather than people showing a wee bit of act? Why doesn't Isle Sky open my fucking mouth and say, hold on here, I don't want to do this with you, you stupid Karen looking bastard. Get to fuck. Exactly. Exactly. Paul Heyman then informs the Usos that Roman Reigns forgives him and says, just get the job done tonight and beat the LWO. Will they beat the LWO though? Probably not, or probably will they? Who knows? Scooby-Doo. Austin Theory comes out and says that he understands why Bobby Lashley had a problem with him, because him and Bobby have been feuding for what seems like years, and you know what, I agree with Austin Theory. But he says, I don't know what the problem is with Sheamus, because he was relevant about, I don't know, like 15 years ago when I was like 13. But anyway, let's do this. And then Sheamus comes out, doesn't say anything, just bro kicks Austin Theory to the skull. And then we have the LWO taking on the Usos. You think the Usos, right, they have to win this match. It's Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Like, it's nothing spectacular they're facing here. But guess what? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get involved and absolutely shaft the Usos, and then Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar win, and then this like makes Roman Reigns fucking like furious backstage, and Solo Sikoa's furious. But like, what's this whole gimmick though? Like, yes, they've lost, right? But can they not see that they got fucking screwed 4-on-2? There's no consistency with the writing. The Usos can get screwed, right? But the Usos and Solo Sikoa can help Reigns win, like 5-on-1 against Cody Rhodes at fucking Mania. But there's no problem with that. But when the Usos lose because they get clearly outnumbered, and shafted in their match, there's a big deal. Fucking absolute fudge troops. But anyway, leave your thoughts down below, and until next time, signing it. I'm going to get a show. What am I going to give it out of 10, man? Oh, get a 3 out of 10. I like the bloodline stuff, but inconsistency in the logic.